right, another video telling you about the next lucrative side hustle that can get you rich in less than 24 hours. And all you have to do is use AI from your computer or your smartphone from home.
I'm gonna ask the new and much more powerful ChatGPT to make us as much money as it can in the shortest time possible.
That's right, this means you could literally be sleeping in your bed and still be making money from these side hustles. And the best part is that most of them require no skill.
Just kidding, that's all bullshit. About every week you're gonna see, or every day you'll see a new video in your newsfeed telling you about the next great side hustle that's gonna get you rich quick in 2023 or 2024 coming up very soon here. It's really become a term that's almost clickbait at this point. People are making videos constantly uploading the next latest and greatest side hustle without actually doing it themselves, without actually having a track record of making profits. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in a month. It's probably not even gonna happen for a year. Getting rich quick just isn't possible. So here we are in the new LaunchDude studio space. It's pretty cool to have a dedicated space to make these fantastic YouTube videos for you. My producer Chris and I, we were gonna look at a few places, but the first one we walked in, we're like, this is perfect. And signed the lease, and here we are. Hopefully weekly uploads, right Chris?
Wouldn't say hopefully.
Weekly uploads.
Weekly uploads.
So chances are you're probably seeing this video because you've seen the word side hustle a million times in your newsfeed and possibly inside YouTube. I'm here to say that there's nothing wrong with having a side hustle, but I think in the terms of the sheer amount of videos that get posted daily or weekly, touting the new, most profitable side hustle that can get you richest the fastest, those videos are solely created just to get clicks and views. They're not created to actually help you become rich or help you create a successful side business. They just want you to buy their course or whatever they're selling you to keep you on the hamster wheel so you can keep trying the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And honestly, they want you to fail so you go back to them for the next layer of advice on how to keep going forward and starting the next side hustle after the next one. When in reality, if you just stuck with the first one that you failed at and looked at the reasons why you failed and improved yourself and proceeded with that side hustle, you'd probably be 10 times further than you'd ever thought possible. So I think there's two ways to approach a side hustle. The first way, you are always working your 9 to 5 and you're just doing a little bit of supplementary income on the side just to maybe make ends meet or for some fun play money. Nothing wrong with that. The other is I'm starting the side hustle with the intentions of making it a full-time business that replaces my day job and has employees and can scale and can ultimately make me financially responsible and also responsible for my own time and my own schedule and really becoming what an entrepreneur actually is. That is who this video is targeted at. So just 3 short years ago, I took the plunge of getting my side hustle out of my house so I can hire my first part-time employee. And since then, we now have 40 employees. We've done over $14 million in revenue, and I've purchased my dream car. This all happened because I stuck to that side hustle and did everything I could to scale it and grow it to as big as it is now. This meant overextending myself on personal credit. This meant taking risks and getting loans for equipment that I otherwise wouldn't be able to afford if it wasn't for paying customers coming in the door. This is countless sleepless nights. This is not quitting my day job until mid-2021 after my business had already been out and running with employees for a year and a half and not even paying myself until mid-2021. These are all sacrifices that I made and risks that I took to get to where we are today. And without taking those risks and those sacrifices, I may have been able to get to where we are now, but it probably would have taken 10 years to get here. Pretty shocking statistic is most entrepreneurs don't make more than $70,000 a year. And if you think about working 20 hours a day, how much money could you make 20 hours a day working at a job being paid hourly like 20 bucks an hour when you're doing 140 hours a week? You'd make a lot more than $70,000. We live this life and we're on this planet for such a short amount of time. I'm a very impatient person and I look at things kind of morbidly. You know, I only have a certain amount of time on this planet. I want things to happen as quickly as possible. I don't want to wait 10 years. I don't want to take 10 years to get to where I could be. So I'm going to take the risks. I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to bust ass to make sure I get things done as quickly as possible. I think it's pretty important that you need to sit down with yourself and decide, why is this guy talking about the side hustle intriguing to me? And really understanding and finding out for yourself why you want to do it. Like, do you want to do it just to make extra money? Do you want to do it because you have to make extra money? Like to make ends meet, where you're in a financial stress point right now where you've got bills coming up that you can't actually pay? That's actually a scary spot to be in, because you'll take anything regardless if it's a good fit for yourself or not. And like, you don't want to get yourself in a position where you're doing things out of desperation. You want to do it because you enjoy it and you actually are passionate about what you're doing. There's multiple times where I think about what I'm doing day to day and how stressful it is, and it's like, why wouldn't I just go back to a massive Fortune 500 company and take a role as high up as I can get with my experience now and just collect the paycheck and provide value to that company, and then not get the massive mountains of stress that I have on myself? That's a battle that comes and goes.
So why? What's your why?
Yeah.
Why do you keep pushing?
For me, my why is the personal gratification that I get out of the success. Conquering and solving problems as we continue to grow these businesses has helped me personally find fulfillment in my life. There's something to be said for, it's also allowed me free time and the ability to create my own schedule. And when I was an employee, I was a pretty shitty employee, and I was terrible about being on time, and I hated that I was constrained to a 9-to-5 schedule where really I just wanted to work when I wanted to work and get my work job done. So most people that start these side hustles and end up failing, for one, they get into it thinking it's this easy map to getting rich quick, which it never is. But it's the inability to see where it could be in 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years down the road. If you can't set aside the time and the work and the energy that it's going to be required because it fizzles out and you're no longer excited by it, it's a waste of time, and it will be. And that's what 90% of the side hustle, the get rich quick side hustles that you see promoted on social media, on YouTube, are exactly that. They are a quick hit, one and done, especially in the drop shipping space. If you're looking for freedom and time, your own time and freedom, that why isn't going to become available until 3 or 5 years into building that thing. So in an effort to decide on a product or find a product or service to offer people, look at the world around you, your day-to-day life, your skills, your friends and family, the things that you know about, that only you know about, something that you already have experience in, something that you're already exposed to. Everything that you touch, everything that you use, everything that you do in a day is interacting with things that are made by a business being sold as a product. So much opportunity out there. You just have to look at the world around you for what it is and know what your skills are and how can you sell those to other people outside of your 9-to-5. And there you have immediately external income for yourself, kind of your own little business running by itself with you as the sole employee. The best side hustle you could start is the one that you already know how to do. You already have the equipment or materials to know how to do, and potentially already know some people that have that problem that you could solve for them, because that's your first customers. That's step one. That is as simple as it is. Find a problem, find the people with the problems, create the product or service to solve the problem, and bridge those people to your product or service. And that's the start of your business. Literally, the sky is the limit, and success is there for everyone. Every business that you see, every single one of them, they all started with probably one person and an idea and a shit ton of work to get to where they are today. Starbucks, for example, started as a coffee shop. Now look at it. Once you have access to that much capital and you have that many people working around you, scaling to 1,000 Starbucks is way more realistic. You can't go from 1 to 1,000 overnight. It takes these stepping stones of wins and success and growth and personal development to be able to get to that top tier success. Along the way, you will hit different levels of success, like especially financially. You'll start off like, yeah, a little extra money, that's pretty cool, but I'm gonna reinvest it back into the business. And then 2 or 3 years of doing that, you're like, all right, this is making enough money so I can quit my day job and pay myself more than I was making in my day job. But I'm still gonna reinvest the other profits back into the business. You keep doing that, you'll be at that point 5-10 years down the road, like, holy shit, there's a lot of money here that I am now at a whole other level of success. And all that took was time and continuous focused energy on the end goal, which is building the best business possible. The more you do that, the bigger it's going to get. And literally, success is whatever you want it to be. You can define in your life and in your plan when you're sitting down and figuring out what your why is. If you define success for you as like quitting your day job and making 6 figures, you can get there. You can get there and you can stop and you can just coast if you want to. Don't recommend it. I would personally never be able to do that, but it's certainly possible. I mean, you can build it to that point and coast. You can build it to that point and maybe sell it. It all comes down to what you're doing this for and why. And then also having proper expectations on how to get there and what it's going to actually take. But also knowing the sky's the limit. Any level of success can be attained. All right, so that's the video. Short and sweet. It's gonna be weekly videos like this, going through what I'm currently experiencing in my business. It's gonna be videos to help you guys with your journey to becoming an entrepreneur. Maybe throwing in a couple spicy exposés on some of the fake shit that I see on the internet here or there. If you found this video useful in any way, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below of what you found useful. I'm very new to this thing. We put a lot of time and effort into these videos and into this. All of this is unscripted. This is coming from my heart and what I truly do believe in. And I hope to be a guiding light and a source for up and coming entrepreneurs to chase their dreams and do what they want and get what they want out of life. Because really, you can do anything if you set your mind to it. I know it's said, you hear it as a kid, you hear it all growing up, but it truly is. It really is true.
And that's a wrap. All right.